before we head into the ship, let's kind of look around out here and see what these two have to say about the docking bay before they get on a human ship for probably the first time. Though technically it's also a Turian ship. That will come up later in the game. Anywho.
The Normandy is amazing, Shepard. It's an honor to be among her crew.
Ah, thank you, Tally. And by later, I mean it's mentioned here and there throughout the series. I'm not sure if it was already mentioned. It might have been. I'm pretty sure it was, but either way. Yeah, it was. I remember it was the first mission, like, part of the intro. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Regular old law enforcement things, I'd imagine. Alright, let's step into the Normandy now that we're the captain of it, all of a sudden.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics.
Yep.
Just watch your back, Commander. If things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Alrighty.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. You got anything you want to say to the crew? Now's the time.
So, the whole thing about Captain Anderson, she probably feels like, you know, he really should have to have had stepped down, and it feels really weird being even more in charge, but she also, the other half of her feels ready for this. Feels like, okay, I have to step up. I'm being given this by Captain Anderson, and she really respects the man, like, a lot. So she's like, alright, let's do this. Like, she's ready to give it her all. And she's also going to just be honest with him.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse.
But we know Saren won't stop
I
there.
love the choices
His
you have
Geth
for this, by
armies
the way.
aren't going to stay
I
on the
love how you
far
can make
fringes
her
of
speech
Citadel
your own.
space.
It's wonderful.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down.
This is the most important mission any of us have ever been on.
The fate of an entire galaxy is at stake. We will stop Saren no matter what the cost.
With our epic pose abilities.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
Won't let him down.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
I'd say that sums up... I said that sums up how Pfeiffer feels about the whole thing right there. God, I love these epic scenes in these missions. Really gets you immersed into the world, man. It's beautiful. I love it so much. Alrighty, friendos. Our journey truly begins now. First of all, let's see how the crews feel about all this.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
They're on our side.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Yeah, she understands what, you know, what he's getting at there, but she's not going to comment on it. Hey, let's see. I don't think she really has much to talk about with him right now.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, Oh yeah, I think this is a codex. Yep, cool. Which means XP's feels beautiful, man. Me friendos. Alright. Let's actually check out downstairs before I forget. Well. Oh, cool.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Actually, wait, I'm pretty sure I've already talked to her about that stuff, or I don't really feel like she'd want to, that Pfeiffer would want to talk to Dr. Chocos about all that stuff, so, okay, we're good with her for now, then, and, do I really even want to talk to Caden or Ashley, like, anymore, to be entirely frank? I think I might later, but right now, I'd rather not. I'd rather get on with the story and get my favorite cast member of ME1, pretty much. Sadly, I have to keep it to ME1, because she, in my opinion, should have been a party member in ME2. Now, of course, it makes sense that she isn't, for a lot of reasons, and she still is a plot driver along her. But, well, we'll get to that in a moment, but well, not a moment, a good while, but yeah. Liara is my favorite character in the series, essentially. I mean, there's other contenders, but as far as romantic interests, she's the one for Shepard, in my opinion. So I want to get her right away, so that's why we're going to Pharos. But first, I will go ahead and see if Rex and Gareth have anything to say again. I'm not really going to be talking to Ashley or Caden.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Alright. She's not... Like, I normally would pry. But if they're gonna be rude like that, she's not gonna give them the time of day if they're not gonna give her the time of day.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
So, I really like Rex's backstory, but either y'all have already seen it before, or you can get it other places. Like, I don't know, she just would not, you know, test that. You know, she's not patient with people like that. She's just gonna give up if they're gonna be dicks, so.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
That's always how she does. How she runs things around here. As long as peeps are capable and they don't, you know, do extremely morally questionable things in her eyes, you know, and especially if, I mean, the only morally questionable things would be stuff that's not, you know, issues and deaths and that kind of thing caused by people that are not our enemies, you know. Otherwise, fair game, IMO, or in Pfeiffer's opinion. Whoops, I forgot to go talk to Tally, which is like a cardinal sin, because she's amazing and I love her very much. So let's go ahead and rectify that.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
ship special?
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
You're into ships?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource.
I really like this part of
But we don't have anything like
their
this.
lore.
We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the get.
That was over 300 years ago.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
I find all this very fascinating. The Quarians are an awesome people, in my opinion. Very interesting.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Like, let's see here. I think that's enough on telly at the moment.
I should go.
See you later.
We'll stretch out those convos a bit. We might even stretch out Rex's a bit. Later. I think we will, actually.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
I just came down to talk.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright. I think we're ready for mission time, friendos. So let's go back up to the CIC. Ooh. Alrighty, friends, let's go get Liara. First thing we're doing. Trying to remember which one she's in. I feel like Macedon's it, but we'll see. I really love this cutscene, by the way. Really immersive. And really well done for 2008, as I keep saying. I feel like the graphics should be worse than they are sometimes in this game. I don't know why. It's amazing. Someone took the time to make all of this. It blows my mind the kinds of crazy visuals you can get in games, and always have been able to. So awesome. Alright. I'm looking for a specific... It's called Therum, is the planet I'm looking for. And I'm not even gonna scan planets. I'm literally just here for the story. For playing Pfeiffer. I'm doing easy so I can just safely skip everything that I don't really want to do. Because all I really want to do is, you know... a lot of main story relevant stuff and some side quest stuff that the side quest stuff that I want to do. Alrighty. Therum is a distant but rich industrial world claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. Its plentiful heavy metals have fueled the recent manufacturing boom on Earth. Core samples, whoopsie! Core samples rich with accidentally right-clicking out of your screen. Core samples rich with the fossils of simple silicon-based organisms indicate Therum was more habitable in the past than it is at present. Perhaps this explains the many Prothean ruins dotting the surface, most of which have been located by mining corporations. And the Prothean ruins are supposed to be the clue that get you there. And I think it's Captain Anderson. You can talk to somebody and they'll basically say that hey, you're looking for the planet with the Prothean ruins on it, if you're looking for Liara. Now, okay, you know what? Again, another reason I'm doing easy, so I can safely bring whoever I really want to bring. And right now, it's these two. And you'll notice we almost have our whole squad. And I have a kitty in my lap. Hi, boy. Hello there, you cozy boy. Just don't get on my keyboard. Alrighty.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
I'm trying to remember if there's anything back here of real, like, importance or note, at least at this point in the story, and I don't think there is. So I'm starting to feel, I don't think there's anything to get out and do here, so let's just continue on. Hello, buddy. I really love the immersion of just moving through this area. Really do. Mako is a bit wonky, but I've always kind of enjoyed the Mako driving. A lot of people decide they hate it, but wow, that is one thing I'd rather not be the case. I'd rather it damages you over time instead of insta-death. But you know, it's lava, so it kind of makes sense. Anything would just melt into it, so fair enough. However, okay, so yeah, don't drive anywhere near the lava, because it's insta-death water. It's that, you know, insta-death liquid stuff that's used often for barriers and stuff in all sorts of video games dating way back now. Which I don't really agree with that approach, but because it's just weird to me. Especially in these 3D games that are more realistic looking. I think it's better for use in 2D types of games, or more platformery games, less of these open world kinds. That's just me, though. Because in those, you know, those hazards are just part of the core gameplay, but in this, they're just kind of barriers, and I feel like there's smarter barriers to have. I don't know. And the thing is, it's not really a barrier, it's just some obstacle to drive around. I really just feel like you shouldn't literally just fail the whole mission and die by just touching the lava. There's not even any animation or anything, it's just you touch it. Like, and I'm sure there's maybe some way to save the vehicle, right? Maybe? At that point when it just touches the lava? But you're not able to do that. It just literally touches it and ends the game. That's weird to me. I think that's what bothers me specifically about the way it's implemented in this game. Because other games would have some kind of animation of, oh no, this one literally just touches the lava and game screen. It's just weird and unimmersive to me. There might have been limitations BioWare had at the time. But yeah, I'm just kind of speeding through here because I'll tend to do that. I'll tend to just kind of speed through missions because I want to get to the dialogue and the choice making and the story elements.
Trying to knock down the front door seems stupid. Maybe we can find the side window?
Very good thought, Tali. However, gotta go down. We gotta find the side somewhere else. I think I remember. It's like a tunnel back here, right? Yep. Not really a tunnel. A little path through, cut through the mountain here. Hillside. Not sure what you'd call this. I think it's more like a hillside from the height. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the Makos definitely could be a little less precarious to drive, that's for sure. Certainly could be less precarious. Which is one thing faux dirty, sir. Whoops, eh? There we go. Squish. Alright, cool. We're good now. So, now we can get back out and... go through here. Trying to remember. I think it's this side then, unless it's on both sides. But I swear there should be an enemy in one of these. Yep. There you are. Point blank. Sniper to the face. Wahahaha. Alright, let's try this. Very nice. Alright. Striker 2, Edge 2.
Perimeter clear.
Yeah, I don't care about... I'm probably not gonna... I'm just gonna decide not to care much about weaponry and stuff, and armor and stuff, until I'm actually having trouble killing things. I don't think I ever will, but I think at some point I'll just upgrade just because I want to. But right now, I just want to get through this mission, so let's do it. Awesomely, I'm learning better ways to check all this stuff that doesn't really interrupt the flow of the game. Right mouse button fires the Mako's cannon, left mouse button fires its machine gun, use shift to zoom in for a better view. Hey, I forgot. The shift scope. Cool. Hey, Katie. Sorry, I had to stop for a second to pet my cat. She's just chilling on my desk and looking at me like, you gonna pet me? So I did it. I was pawing at the screen. Oh my gosh, I wish I had a webcam so I could show you all this. Ah, cute boy. I think I'll do face cam in my future Lert's Plers just because. I don't see a reason not to. A lot of people who do Let's Plays don't tend to do that, but I think I will. We'll see. Whee! Hello there, E08. I love my kid. This is what the shift is for. The shift is for. The shift is for. Oh, be careful. Careful about the lava, Durkee. Alright, there we go. Careful about the lava, Durkee. Come on, Durkee. Alright. For some reason, I really enjoy just doing this. It's like a Morse code message. The dots are the not blue lights, and the deets are the blue lights. Wow. Okay, I'm done. For at least about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's actually be serious, especially because we're being shot at. Being serious when you're shot at is probably a really good idea. A lot better than not being serious when you're being shot at. Alright. Now we can be silly again. Look at this. Listen to the sound of me mashing that spacebar. Whoops, and accidentally. Alright, yeah, talking true. Die. Leaves over the rainbow. I don't know why I'm personally that sound that works, because you know it's like somewhere but die please, same amount of syllables. So I just kind of ran with it because you know sometimes I'm just a spazable. But yeah, like these missions are gonna be almost speedrun-esque until we get to content. Content meaning story content. And then it'll slow down, and then it'll re-speedrunize. By the way, friends, when you fight a Colossus on foot later, that was one of the main things that made me decide to play this game on easy instead of normal the first time I played it. Because I feel like I think I might have started on easy. Because back then, I always played games just like I'm doing right now. I always had found games that had easy difficulties and just played them for the story, mostly. And you know, a lot of times I just wanted to be able to relax and not have to, you know, work at something and just enjoy a story, but at the same time not just watch it, interface with it, be immersed. And RPGs are lovely for that. And I want to make games that are tailored to that kind of audience one day. I want to help in making them. I want to write for them, that's for sure. Because I am a writer. I'm a story writer. First and foremost, as, you know, as any kind of... It's my most marketable skill for sure, my creative writing ability. Just haven't found any kind of professional outlet for it yet, but I think I will very soon here. I
think we're good, Shepard.
Nice. Veranos. Oh yeah, that's right. You have to kind of go... I think, unless I'm wrong. Yeah, there's nothing down there. So what am I missing? This is a dead end. So what am I missing? Oh wait, hold on. No, it's not a dead end. I see the gap right there. And I remember now. Yeah, this is where it forces you on foot. I mean, you can kind of cheese the Mako over the edge, but I don't know. This is clear. This section of map is clearly built for on foot, so you know it's a pain to get it in here and a pain to navigate it in here. So what's the point, especially when you're on low difficulty? And you know, I'm doing this mission specifically to kind of pace myself through it so that I can
Perimeter secured.
I can roleplay my character, and also, I'm also making sure that my movements and cover and everything kind of match up with how I feel Pfeiffer would behave in a mission. I just really enjoy being all... I keep wanting to say secret agency about it. You know? The cover, trying to snip accurately, just like that. Ouchie. But yeah, I'm gonna be using snipper riffles for the game, and I'm gonna start pumping everything into snipper riffles. Actually, she leveled up very soon ago. I don't know if that's the right way to say that. It doesn't feel like the right way to say that. Or a right way to say that. There's usually in the English language, I don't know about others, I'm sure in most others at least, there's a lot of ways to say it. But basically what I'm saying is America, there's a lot of correct ways to say about the same thing. Pretty, in America, in English, I'm sorry, English people that actually invented, whose ancestors actually invented the language, I'm sorry. I mean, I have some English in me, but I also have a lot of other Europeans, like most white dudes do, all over the world at this point. Anyway. Europeans mean European countries. Anyway. So I have a tiny bit of Native American, but I'm pale as ass, so yeah, tiny. Anyway. Enough about the history of the Durgan. Let's get to playing this video game some more. Like, I said I'd continue snipper riffling, but then I remembered, while I was saying that, how fun assault riffling is for the Durgan, so... And here's that armature that made me... I just remember having issues on this the first time I played on easy, because, I mean, especially when I was a kid, learning games, well, it's not as much of an issue anymore, but I used to be really bad at learning games. I'm way better now, but there's still some days where I have really off days, and I know I could be playing better, but I'm starting to see a lot of the reasons for that, and being able to rectify them, which is beautiful. Not all at once, but certainly over time. There's a lot to do with my ADHD, and managing that is the key. Doing things that naturally decrease symptoms, because I don't use pills. Anyway. These guys, I remember being a little frustrated by those guys, because these guys crawl around and are kind of difficult to pinpoint a shot on for me, especially because, I don't know, the shooting in this game is not good, in my opinion. It's really just not good. I really don't like there's so much sway on your snipper until you upgrade the butt out of it. And see, I even got pwned by it this time. So let's try that again, friendos. Oh, wow. No, we didn't get him. We still have a lot to go, because I don't know why, but they put us all the way back here. Unless it literally just resumed my last quick save, which means that I should probably be mashing F5 for, like, my life depends on it like this. Okay, no, not quite, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, okay, I'm a little bit behind where I was, so I'm just gonna plow through some dudes, shoot them, shoot bangle. Come on, Wow, I don't know how I'm not getting that one. Do I run you over, friendo? I'm gonna have to run this one over. I'm gonna get you one day. There we go. Alright, yeah, okay. So, and then... F5. Oh no. Or the game could crash. Yay.